What's going on, ESGN Nation, and what is going up? And welcome back to another episode here of NCAA 14. And this is the Stanford Cardinals online dynasty here, episode 80, as we're in week 13, and we have a bye week. And of course, we got one more regular season game yet to come. That is against Central Michigan, and we'll talk a little bit about that here in this episode. But today's episode is really focusing on, of course, the recruiting board. Hey, don't forget to also subscribe if you haven't been new. Hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on ESGN LP. And of course, check our socials down below there in the description. But yeah, today we are talking about recruiting. That's pretty much the majority of this video, what it's going to be about. As we take a look at some of the team news there, you see Chase Robinson. We're in a battle with him with one other school, along with Todd Henry. Ray Davenport has committed to Navy, so unfortunately we're not going to get that really good right tackle that I've been really trying to pursue on and really pressing trying to get him, as we are trying to get a better improved offensive line there for ourselves next season, as this is our last season, at least here on the channel here. The series will maybe come back after a couple once the guys play a couple more seasons amongst themselves there. But we're going to step away from this series, and we're going to wrap it up here. We got a couple more episodes left till we do that. But there you see some of the guys that we're looking at on our recruiting board for Stanford. As we take a look here, Todd Henry leading right now. He's UCLA is one of the leaders right now. We're just 680 points behind that, so we still got a good shot at getting him. There you see Ryan DeAlengis. There you see he's locked us out. But if we go back here to Todd Henry from Coral Gables, Florida, 79 overall. +6 in his overall. But there you see a gem. Yeah, definitely an offensive lineman that we would really like to have there in our guard position, as that's pretty much what we're looking for this season is offensive line. We need a very good retooled offensive line. That's been a problem for us for the last 2 seasons here, really. To be honest, it's probably been throughout the whole series, but miraculously we found ways to kind of hide that and kind of maneuver around that to help us out. But we did offer him a scholarship there for Stanford there. So it looks like he wants to be in the Pac-12 there. So we'll see if we can try to grab him. But there you see Ryan DeAngelis there from Huntington Beach, California. Number 3 guard in the nation when it comes to guards, a run blocker, 4-star athlete, and there you see a 4-star guard there, and there you see some of his numbers there. And of course, he has locked us out, and we don't have any. It looks like you see they were just outside of his line there. Iowa State, Colorado State, and Boston College. Looks like the schools that he has wanted to go and attend to. So unfortunately we can't pick that lock anymore. Try to break that lock there, but we're gonna try to stick with him, or at least until he commits, which he should be committing here probably here pretty soon, if not after the bye week. I imagine probably after the bye week he'll commit. Chase Robinson, now this is a guy we cannot lose to. He is 7th overall, or 7th ranked in the tight end's position. He's a receiving tight end. The academies there have been really tough here this season. They've been taking a lot of our guys, especially Navy. They've been taking a lot of our opportunities here to grab some of these players there, and this is one of them. This is one guy I really think he has a bright potential. He could be another player like Rodney Sears is, and of course many others that came through here in Stanford. And this is one young man that we hope that we can get, maybe even play some. He has even potential to maybe even play some fullback for us. So that would be very nice to see what he can do for us. But there you see, we're his top 2 schools here, so we're right there in the site right there. There you see we won the game there. He came to visit, and so that was really good. That was really nice, but apparently not enough to get him over overall here. But hopefully, with this bye week coming up, and of course this game coming up with Central Michigan, hopefully another victory, we can get him, convince him here. Maybe he's holding out until maybe he'll see if we can run the table, getting to the Pac-12 championship, and of course the national championship still, of course, on the line for us here. Antoine Bell from Sugar Land, Texas, 6'6", 324 pounds tackle for us. Again, like I said, a lot of these guys you see here on these, for the top, especially these top 5, are really offensive linemen that we're looking at. And there you see some of his numbers there when it comes to scouting. I do apologize if I am, if you do catch me coughing in the mic. I've been sick here for the last almost week now with a bad cough, so that's why I haven't posted too many videos here. I've been posting a lot of these videos here after Christmas, so hopefully you guys had a great Christmas, and hopefully you have a great new year. But yeah, going back to just recruiting here, like I said, the offensive line has just been a really tough task here for us. Not to mention, not just in this series, but also, I mean, I would also say probably my time playing NCAA, especially NCAA 14. It's been really tough to recruit offensive linemen, but mainly just in this series and in my Holland Scotty series. If you go check it out on the main channel, there is a link down below and up above in the eye. But down below there in the description there. But yeah, this is one of the things I'm having trouble with here, because we gotta have I know in my Highland Scotty series we have a big turnaround coming up with some offensive linemen, and that's one of the things we're trying to do right now in the current season that we're just about to wrap up there, trying to finish up and trying to get done with. So yeah, that's one of the biggest, one of the things I'm trying to figure out there, and trying to recruit. Try to recruit, well, or at least somewhat decently for us. Excuse me. But there you see Charlie Morrison. There you see another Jim there, 77 overall. He has a plus 13 overall there, and of course he is one of the top guys there for us. And I think we probably can get him in here next week. If you look at everything, there's a good shot that we have a good chance to get him, get him in and get him ready for the next season there. But yeah, we got 600 points plus the 324 bonus points we have on him. And of course, we, as you see there, Fresno State, probably not too happy with us getting him there towards the end. And a lot of these guys are, I would say, probably the last here in the. Once we get into the top 10 here, or actually the top, sometime in the top, I think in the 6 through 10 are guys that we just picked up here in the last couple of weeks. Some guys to fill in some, spots, and just help out with just some depth for next year's season, especially in the wide receiver. We're pretty good in right now in wide receiver. There and that, like right here, we see Henry Cox, 4th ranked wide receiver in the nation right now, 5-star guy, speed. Texas A&M is one of the top schools there. He is looking at him. Huntington Beach, so he's a local guy, Southern California, but he's an in-state guy. And I think we have a good shot here at getting him and getting him a chance to play there for us. 6'2", 176 pounds, and he's known for his speed. And there you see some of the bonus factors there. And like I said, he is in our pipeline because he's in the state of California, which is very helpful there. And then we're just trying to see what this young man likes. You see television exposure, conference prestige, of course, stadium atmosphere. And he's been here on campus before, and at least talking to him, he really likes our atmosphere. He likes the fanfare, and of course, I mean, hey, we've been with a new coach here now. This is coach's 5th year. He's already brought 4 national I should say 3 national championships. Get ahead of ourselves here, I guess you should say. I should be doing that. But won 3 national championships in the last 3 years. and have done well, and looking to bring fourth one here pretty soon here. I'm really hoping that, and you would think after a while, you would think that a lot of these kids like, hey, there's something going on in Stanford. I wouldn't go check it out. But there you see, we're just below the line there. We're hoping that this week we can kind of get him going. For some reason, he's liking Cal, and we've beat Cal repeatedly. So I'm hoping that if anything, if we don't get him, I'm hoping that Cal does not get him, because if he does, well, nice knowing you, kid, because we're gonna stomp you. We've been dominant. So, but Texas A&M look like the top school right now for him. There you see 35-21 that game he went to there, and then of course now he has Cal coming up here next week as he does them. Blake McKnight, he is ranked 43rd in the wide receivers there. He's pretty much a balanced wide receiver. Not too much about him. 68 overall, so he's kind of one of your average guys out there in the wide receiver core. But there you see Clemson is the heavy lead right now. They got a pretty good lead of us, but still, we still got a shot here. And of course, Taylor and Steve, as you take a look there, Steve's at number 3, just 4,010 points behind. And Taylor at number 5 with just 4,395. They are both looking at him, and that's one of the things I kind of look at too, is who are the other two schools that I'm really competing against, like Taylor and like Steve's schools, Air Force and Lovely Lions, and trying to see what I can do to kind of convince them. And so far, we've at least beaten them for the time being right now. But young man right now, he is still looking at, there's still one more score ahead of us. That being Clemson. It looks like we're all going to get cut off here. He has a visit coming up to Clemson, looks like in week 14. So he's going to go check them out, and he'll probably end up making a decision there, especially if Clemson does well. So Blake McKnight might be a guy that's a long shot here, but we're the only one right now offering him a scholarship here. So I'm hoping that that he notices that, and that kid is still in the back of his mind, and hopefully he will say, you know what, Clemson, are you going to offer me a scholarship, or am I going to come on as a walk-on? And we'll see how that goes coming up next week. As we're seeing that we're almost close to. He's almost wanting to make it we're almost close to inviting him to the school. Brian Fountain, 51st athletic athlete there in the nation. As you see, 6'1", 211 pounds from Oregon. And there you see another 69 overall athlete. And we're at the top of his list right now. Notre Dame, Utah, Alabama, and Florida are the other schools there. And right now, we're working on him. He's one of the guys that we recently just put up on our recruiting board here to help us out and to put us put us on the board, put him on our board here, and try to get him going there. There you see some of his numbers there. Looks like he's going to be a defensive type of player. You look at his good pursuit, play recognition, tackle. So I'm thinking maybe some kind of linebacker of some sort. Let's see here. Yeah, so some kind of linebacker. But he also has a good spin and juke and carry. So, he could be a back of a halfback of some sort. He has decent speed, really great acceleration, pretty decent speed there. But yeah, we'll have to, if we happen to get him, we can bring him in. But I think if anything, he'll probably be more. It looks like more of the defensive side. He'd be more better in once we get him. If we can get him in here and be one of those players that can come in and not necessarily start the first year, but he'll definitely would be a guy that can fill in a roster spot there and be a backup. And maybe we can put him in some kind of packages here. That's what I've been kind of doing here as of late with the linebackers, putting them in different defensive packages for different scenarios and situations there. So Luke Mayo, another wide receiver, he has 91. Again, 91 overall in the wide receiver position, possession type of guy. Right now we're number 1 on his list. Cal right behind that there. So that's going to be a good good thing. He's from Berkeley, so he's a hometown guy. He's right near, he's right in the right near us, and we can definitely bring him in and try to see what we can do. Excuse me. Bring him in. He's a hometown. He's just nearby. 3-star guy. 6 foot, 208 pounds. 69 overall. With +5 overall there for him. There you see decent speed. Again, he won't be starting. He'll probably start year maybe 3, maybe his senior year. He may have to take a red shirt. Depending on, like I said, we do have quite a bit of wide receivers out there for our team. But, of course, anything's possible. Anything can happen over the summer with workouts and stuff like that. So it's a guy that we can try to bring in. So maybe some depth. Maybe we can put him in maybe in a halfback position. He does have some good speed like we're doing with Terrell Hell, who's been kind of blossoming out of that position there, helping us out in the jet sweep situations, and of course playing the third down back, helping us out in that in that area. Keith Greer, another guy there, 3-star from Idaho. Looks like for us, and then of course there you see Steve at number 3 on his list, and then Navy, Notre Dame at number 4, and Florida at number 5. He's 49th tight end in the nation. And again, if we did bring him in, he would, he would get the training. We'll put him in, if we had the room for him, of course, we put him as a tight end. But also too, we definitely put him on the offensive line if we could, or we could definitely put him in the fullback position. Because like I said, we're always looking for guys to play the fullback position. Right now, we've only had since I've started this series, really, we've only had one really good, decent fullback, and that's JJ Greenling, or Greenling, I think that's what it is. I know his name is JJ, but can't remember his last name there. But he has been a great fullback for us, getting those short downs there, especially in the red zone, just bulldozing his way into the end zone there. And that's something I noticed here lately. We need to try to do a lot more with him when it comes to those packages there, helping us out on that offensive line where we're on the goal line trying to bust in for a touchdown. So, but yeah, there you see this young man could possibly do the same thing there if with enough training and stuff like that. Like I said, we could bring him in and train him as a fullback, start him off as fullback, and then over time, gradually move him over to the tight end position. But he is a 61 overall, so he could, with some, maybe not playing his first 2 years, maybe wait until he's a junior or senior. I definitely see some good potential in him, and he could definitely be a guy that could really be helping us out there in that tight end position, as we've been doing such a great job with the tight ends here. We've been really lucky stars. I count my lucky stars there. We've been having some great good tight ends here to help us out and to get things going for us in this career here in this dynasty with the Stanford Cardinals. But there you see, us and Navy are the top 2 schools. Steve's right there at number 3, just outside there, looking in. Of course, Notre Dame, Florida, Cal there to round out the top 5 there. And then, of course, we move on to another tight end here. This is Dustin Anderson from Alamarillo, Texas. He is ranked 58th in the tight ends, and he is a 3-star. He's 6'6", 247 pounds, and he has got a slight lead over him. LSU, as you see, and Lovely Lions, of course, Indiana and Rice looking at him. So we got a battle pretty much between us and the LSU and of course the Lovely Lions there. And just like us, those two schools there looking for this young man, hoping to get this young man for some depth here. Not going to be playing his first 2 years, definitely playing, his junior year. But, things can happen, things can change. He could do well and kind of make just grow exponentially during the off seasons if he happens to go to one of our schools there. If he can, if he does well in the training and stuff like that. But there you see his numbers, fully scouted there. There you see his blocking, pass blocking, run blocking, and pad blocking. Not the greatest, but those can easily be, we can easily work on that here. Like I said, put him in those fullback position there and help him out, and maybe even have him as put him on the offensive line from time to time there, and especially in goal line situations. Get that experience there and get that chance to get some playing time in. But there you see where the top two schools. We're right now with the top two schools, us and LSU. We're the only school right now that between the two of us have offered scholarship. Rice is offering one. It looks like Nevada and Louisiana. The Raging Cajuns there have offered him a scholarship also. Sean Childress, there you see from Utah. We are looking for fullbacks here, so that's those are pretty tough to find, especially a decent one to help you out. And like I said, I'm not sure what year JJ is, but if he is going to be around for next season, and then these young men have that you see here, like Childress, Clark Gray, which we'll talk about here in a bit, Jeremy Harris, and Brian Joseph. They got a good opportunity here to work with someone that knows how to play that position and knows what to do in that position there. And like I said, just training and skill and just taking the time working with them, we'll have a good fullback. I try to use my fullbacks as much as possible. I've learned to utilize them, especially finding ones that are I think right now I got one in my Hana Scotties that he's got good hands. He can catch the ball pretty well there. I believe it's one of the it's a user creative player that one of you guys have suggested for me to create. I did, and so far he's doing really well. He hasn't had many touchdowns there, at least in the Hana Scotty series there. I'm not for sure. I think he has one reception, one receiving touchdown this season. But there every so often you can find a decent fullback here that can help you out, both in the if not the running game, but in the passing game, or sometimes if you get lucky, you can find them in both. NCAA just does not do a good job of that. And there's actually some guys that are really good in that position that can really catch and run and block when it comes to that position. Of course, we've seen Ray Davenport there from Alabama, 6'1", 279 pounds. He's a four-star guard from from Alabama, and he is now going to the Naval Academy. So congratulations to him. Unfortunately, I was trying my best to throw everything at him to the point where getting close to that, getting that mucky area, that mucky water of doing something illegal. But we tried our best, but unfortunately just could not happen. And then of course you see some of the other players here that we have recruited here. Sean Cunningham, Joseph Robinson, and several others here that we've gotten here over the course of the season here. Not too many big names. The only name I can really say that's really huge for us is Robert Jackson. He's going to be a freshman. If I'm not mistaken, I think he is a gym of an athlete, and I'm not for sure. Hopefully, I can't remember if I show what his attributes are, which I did not. I believe he's a on the defensive side of the ball. So that's going to be really awesome, really great to see that, how that's going to come out and play out. But yeah, there you see some of the things we're looking for when it comes to our team. As for top classes right now, we're number, looks like Steve's number 5. We're number 12 with 13 total so far. And Air Force right now, with the best class right now, ranked wise, they have 4 5-stars and 9 4-stars there, helping them out there. So Taylor, as usual, Taylor he's one of those guys that are really, really good at recruiting and can bring in the right people there to come to play for his schools. I know from years past in other NCAA games I've seen, he does a great job of finding those players and bringing them in, and it does stuff for them, and it does stuff with them, and it gets them to be really good players there. And like I say, he's doing a great job with the Air Force Academy there. That, of course, like I said, they're the Big 12, and they're doing a great job there. Of course, Steve's same way. Steve's a really good NCAA player. You see he has 6 4-stars, 5 3-stars, and 2 5-stars there for him. For us right now, we only have 1 5-star and 4 4-stars there. So our recruiting is getting a little tougher here. You would think after a couple years now, we've won the national championship now for 3, going almost now for 4. It would be getting easier, but when you have, of course, our reputation of our coach is not that high yet. It's still pretty low there, not as great and awesome as Taylor's and Steve's, but at some point here it will get there, and we'll hopefully see that at some point here. But you see coming up, that's the game that's for this upcoming week in week 14. We got Central Michigan. It is a home game. It is senior day. And this team is a team that I'm hoping that will not give us too much trouble here. I was really wanting to play them earlier in the season, but I think Steve did this on purpose as maybe a trap game to see if things would fall out. Bottom will fall out on us. So we're not, like I said, we're not going to take them. We're not going to look past them. We're going to analyze this game, break it down. And like I said, the 12th man really was going to have to come in and come into play here, as we're having a really good, successful season at home, and hopefully that will continue going on into, of course, in the rest of the bowl season. Of course, championship game coming up after this too. So a lot of things going on here, and like I said, I do apologize. I've been sick. For the last good week. Finally now, here it is. It's actually the 23rd I'm actually recording this, but this won't come out until after the Christmas, the week after Christmas or so. So I do apologize, but unfortunately I was under the weather and just could not, I just not want to do videos and just be coughing and hacking everywhere. But like I said, we'll have this game coming up here. It'll come up here on Thursday here on the channel. As always, you guys, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new, and hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. And don't forget to share, like, and do all that kind of good stuff there to help out the channel. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for everybody that's been supporting the channel. Hopefully you had a great Christmas. Hopefully you're gonna have a great new year, and hopefully 2022 for ESGNet LP will just skyrocket for us. But that's it for me. As always, keep yourself each other healthy, and I will see you guys next time.